FA was boggled in Abuja. And $236,000 got lost overnight. We went to town. We reported. And although government did not immediately act, the police went in, arrested a few people, did not charge anybody to court, nothing was really serious. But we went to town, we did our sportscasting. We told them the way they keep money here is not good. How can somebody keep $206,000 in a drawer and left? I said he left. We reported. In 2008, also going to 2009, 4 men went to Macaulay and in a 10 by 10 room, 10 feet by 10 feet room, they doctored the documents with which elections were done into the FA in Nigeria. We also went to town to tell everyone to watch administrators that they were not living right. I recall that in 2003 or thereabout, we also reported how the then chairman of one of the associations said he spent 2.8 million or 2.7 on generators and buying diesels to maintain a small secretariat. He threatened and took us to court, but much later he could not even pursue his case. But we went to town. We also reported in 2010 how FIFA gave $1 million to the Nigerian Football Association for the Eagles to train with, preparing for South Africa 2010. You all say Aigbe's leg did not turn well. You didn't ask why they bought him the right bound. $1 million was sent, and they spent it buying tickets for friends and family to South Africa. We went to town. Am I hitting some? I can see you are all getting weak. I'm not making you get too emotional. Yeah, we fought many ways in this job. Going to South Africa 2010, the English went to South Africa, hired hotel rooms worth £1,000 every night for each of their players during their stay in South Africa. Those who were sent by the Nigerian Football Association got to South Africa and rented rooms worth £55 a night. And a completed building for that matter. Paid the man and hoped that the man will complete the building in good time. The World Cup was almost here, no place for the Eagles to stay. The then Minister Bill had to rush to South Africa, and that was how they changed where the FA had prepared for the Super Eagles to play. You may not understand this. Mikel Obi was injured, could not play in the World Cup. But we're talking about Mikel Obi and Frank Lampard, who go in the same box, wear the same jersey, stay in the same dressing room, hear from the same coach every day, and now playing for 2 different countries. And after the match, they head to their hotels. And one gets to his hotel, and you touch it, it's a jacuzzi, LCD TV, replenish the kind of bed and pillow that takes you near heaven. Because to get to heaven is not to come back. And then the other one gets there, no TV in the room, because it's £55 a night hotel, or bed box, and then shower. And maybe just the type I use in my days in area of clothes in Oshodi. That's for another thing, it's a big story. I used pit toilets in the city. I drove Cabo. If you didn't use pit toilets and you are enjoying today, thank God for your life. So the worst of life in this time. That's what another day. And so 2 players, and see what administrators did to one and what they did to the other. We saw that and we reported. Well, the long and short of it is that through our work, government became more interested in the business of sports administration. For the very first time in Nigerian sports history, the EFCC picked people. The EFCC took people to court. They've always taken, oh, sorry, I should have said people. The EFCC took administrators to cell, and from cell to court. Are you following? Impact of what? Sportscasting on administration. And so sportscasting moved beyond just informing the people, moved beyond just educating the people. It moves to the level of generating greater interest on the part of government for accountability. Moved to the level of getting government to wake up other agencies. So I recall, as a member of the PTF, I was in the room when Mr. President, then Vice President, Jonathan Goodluck, said, call me the cameraman, we are going to get all government agencies into this. And after reading the PTF report, said Nigeria will be out of football for 2 years. You remember? I was one of 12 people who signed the document that they gave to Mr. President at that time. And more powerful people went behind us within 2 days to cause him to change his mind. 2 years after he returned us to football, did you play the Nations Cup? You are going to play Rwanda very soon. Are you sure you will win? After Rwanda, you are playing. Are you sure you will go? But we will keep what? Reporting. So the impact of sports administration. In those days, the talk was give him $10,000, give him 20, give her 30. They are going to monitor athletes. They are going to monitor players. We no longer get that anymore. People hardly tell associations now that they are going overseas to monitor players. Before now, we had cases where coaches, either for football or athletics, will say they are overseas monitoring players. And then you call the player as a sportscaster, or you go to Europe with your camera and you ask questions, and they tell you no administrator even came here. Or they called me on phone. I am here in Germany, and he told me he was calling from Belgium. Yeah, the man comes to Nigeria to tell you, I saw the player, he was watching TV. They have somewhere in Belgium or maybe in London. These days, they hardly say that, because sportscasting gives them the information, gives everybody. We now know those who score. We even see them on TV. We've also made the boys know that these administrators tell some big lies. And so we find players themselves who even want to be invited to the national team because of the impact of sports casting on administration. They bring their tapes and tell you, please show on TV. Please, can I call Brilla FM after our match? I will try and score. Once I score, that is the thing you have to report to. We need stories. And so the man calls and says, I scored or I didn't score. The impact of sports administration, of sports casting. Because they know that administrators no longer take sportscasters low or as people who are only good for the church when it is time to clean it up. Now they know we deserve the front corner. Referees and hooligans, not long ago, Heartland FC lost 2-3 to Eyimba, and there was mayhem in Owerri. Oh, you've not forgotten that. Sunshine Stars against Eyimba in Ijebu. Kwara United against Sunshine Stars in Ilorin. People ran for cover. It was shown on TV. Radio ran commentaries. People talked about these matches, and the administrators were held for not doing their jobs. Well, let's not say administrators have not been good people. We've also been able to show how administrators have risen through the ranks to become greater people. From becoming secretary of FIFA, he's now the president of FIFA. Talking about self-data. We've seen people who grew from being nothing to something. And so we talk about them, we feature them, either through direct interviews or special stories on these people. And these things administrators see, and they help our administrators to also what? Aspire. Therefore, we now have administrators, because of the work of sportscasters, who have gone into elections and become members of continental or global bodies in their sports. I hope you are following that. Yeah. So a lot of our people also aspire because of the way we talk about Sepp Blatter. You don't talk about Sepp Blatter without saying he was the secretary under your avalanche. You look at, and then Sportscasters also make you understand that these guys are nothing. You can also aspire, you have the same head, you have the same eyes like them. So why should he from Cameroon come and tell us that he must remain CAF president? Somebody from Nigeria can go. Or this seat is vacant, this is about being vacant. So we also inform administrators. We also have told many times how our athletes or our players have gone out and things have not been right with them. How they've shared beds, or how coaches have been pushed out of hotels. One for during his time in Nigeria, pushed out of Sheraton, moved to a good hotel, pushed out of a good hotel. So many things. Or even the bus the Eagles used when they were going to play Kenya in Abuja, and they created the Ichiku bus with all your national team players wearing the national color. They created the Ichiku bus going to play the World Cup qualifier. And after we reported that, sportscasters reported, like I said, not only sportscasters, sports writers in general, it was everywhere. And it was therefore not surprising that after that, they want to find AC buses. But after buying those buses, we also reported that the prices were too high. And that became another issue. And the traders needed to clear themselves as the police stepped out. You see the impact. So we are always there as a watchdog, checking what they do, telling them what they've done, and at times at a very big price. Because you lose friends, they hate your organization, they don't want to see you, like they do now in Abuja. Once they see the microphone that is white, carrying a B logo, they say, "Rela, and I don't come again." But that is what professionalism should be. They must be laced with integrity. If you lose your integrity as a broadcaster, as a journalist, you are gone. The beauty of not collecting donuts at a press conference is that, what is donuts? Nothing without heart. The beauty of not collecting it is that, yes, they know that you have elected it because it does not carry any heart. Therefore, nobody can buy your heart. So please, keep your yes, I also wrote here, we report when at times administrators generally want to do things, but find that they don't have the wherewithal. For example, the Eagles going to play World Cup qualifiers, Kano Mango particularly, complained that they were earning $5,000 for every victory. And here we are, final phase. We started the first phase, playing against Sierra Leone and all these smaller countries. And now we have to play Tunisia, Mozambique, Kenya, to qualify for South Africa 2010. 10 years ago, we were earning $5,000 as match bonus. And now you want us to qualify for the World Cup 10 years on. Still one match, $5,000. No insurance policy. And here we are talking about a World Cup game. It's the reason at times the boys want to go for hard tackles, they take their legs off. Because administrators don't always tell them. So we tell players, in England, David Beckham, John Terry, and Frank Lampard have been called to discuss with the FA. They will be visiting Lancaster Gate on social dates to discuss how much they will be making per match played at the World Cup. They have been insured by this. This has been renewed for them. So as we keep telling Nigerians this, the audience gets more sophisticated. Pressure is put on the administrator to get better. And also the participants know that there are a few things they stand to gain if things are done